Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're gonna jump directly into the cockpit. This is gonna be the flight home from one of my Angel flight drop-offs. Had to navigate some storms and some buildups and things like that, so it's kind of an interesting flight. Before we jump into that, if you guys have been following along, you know that I also ferry aircraft as a kind of a side gig. We just launched a new website, kubataviation.com. There's a link in the description. So if you or anyone you know needs an aircraft moved or ferried, check out kubataviation.com, reach out. I would love to help you guys out. All right, let's start the video.
Guys, welcome back to the cockpit. We are on our way home, just dropped off our Angel flight passenger in Atlanta. We're up here at 11,500 feet. We're VFR. We did file a IFR flight plan on the way home, but getting out of Atlanta underneath the class Bravo, it made more sense to depart VFR, and I'll show you guys what that's about right here. Okay, so you guys can see on the iPad here, we have this massive storm system / scattered precipitation northeast of Atlanta. We went into Noonan, which is down here. Right now it's got a storm just north of it, Coweta County. So we went in there, clear VFR all the way in. We had a storm. This one here was just north of the field. This one here hadn't developed yet. So good VFR conditions. On the way in, we had to descend down to 3,000 feet, actually 2,700 feet, and kind of go in under the clouds because they wanted to descend us early to get us under the Bravo while we were IFR, and they were going to keep us at 6,000 feet, which would have kept us right in the middle of all the cumulus buildups and things like that. And I don't like flying into those, especially with the passenger on board who may not be feeling well. So we flew into a gigantic VFR area where I could see the ground, and I could just kind of do a large zigzagging descent underneath, and then we just proceeded VFR to our final destination. It worked out great. A little bit bumpy down below the clouds, but nothing too bad. And then leaving Atlanta.
79811, just want to verify you're going to Kilo Delta Yankee Bravo for your destination.
That is affirmative, Mooney 79811. We're just deviating around these buildups.
79811, roger.
So, leaving Atlanta, I filed an IFR flight plan, and then as we were leaving, I decided not to open that.
79811, change the Maya frequency 127.905.
127.905, Mooney 79811. Atlanta approach, Mooney 79811 on 127.905.
Mooney 79811, take it.
Alright, so it was easier to depart VFR today from Atlanta and stay at 2,500 feet under the Bravo, because that kept us below the clouds, kept us below the Bravo. We had really good visibility down low, lots of outs, things like that. So I opted not to open my IFR flight plan and just proceed VFR out of the Bravo, as you can see. Once we got out of the Bravo, reassessed the situation, looked up, I could see that I had a bunch of holes in the clouds I could climb up through. Obviously on the way here, I knew generally where the cloud tops were, so decided to climb up to 11,500 feet, which we did. And you can see that we were able to deviate around most of the clouds. We had this big buildup back here that we had to deviate around. Looks like we have another massive thunderstorm out in front of us, so we're probably going to deviate a little bit further south. We'll reassess that once we get closer. As a matter of fact, that thunderstorm might be the one that's all the way over Beaufort right now, which if that's the case, then yeah, I'm going to go south of it and come in. You can see I'm going to go south of this storm around Walterboro and come in from the south, potentially. Let's see what that storm's doing. That storm's kind of developing. It might end up hitting Somerville. Okay, so we'll have a decision to make once we get up there. I don't know if we'll descend underneath it, go around it. We're much faster than that storm. We're 47 minutes from our destination, so might get lucky to be able to beat it into Somerville. If not, we'll go somewhere else and wait that storm out. Walterboro looks like it's VFR right now, so it's not a bad place to land it out and wait. Could also go to JZI. Haven't been there in a while, so lots of options, lots of VFR stuff, or lots of VFR airports to land at. So we're going to head toward that storm and make a decision when we get there. All right, so I'm going to turn off the cameras. Once we get closer to this storm, I'll turn the cameras back on and let you know what we decide. We might even have to open up an IFR flight plan to descend into Charleston. So got some decisions to make up ahead. But I will
Can you
turn
identify
the cameras off to say battery. We'll catch back up with you guys in a little while. All right, so we're still about 30 minutes from home, but the weather looked to be closing in above our destination. That's where we had that giant thunderstorm that I needed to deviate around. And I was in an area where I had good visibility and I had a big hole that I could drop through. So I opted to descend down below the cloud level, or below the cloud bases here. We're at 3,500 feet now, and continue the rest of the way underneath the clouds. It's bumpier down here. The winds aren't as favorable, but what this allows me to do is get down below the clouds, get good visibility down low, and I already know I have a giant thunderstorm up there, but really all I care about is heavy precipitation. So I want to stay out from underneath it. I want to give it a wide berth, and this, if there's heavy precipitation in front of me, I'll be able to see it at this altitude, so I can deviate to the south. I'm not going to show well on here. The resolution of the NextRad isn't great on the 750 here, but you can still see I'm going to be able to come in from the south, and then maybe even come toward Charleston a little bit, and then go into Somerville. The resolution on my iPad is a little bit better. Still a chance we don't make it into Somerville. It depends where that storm goes. If it goes directly towards Somerville, we might be getting there around the same time as it, in which case I can just deviate to Charleston or JZI or Mount Pleasant, one of the airports locally, and wait out the storm. But that was my thought process. That's where we're at right now. The other unfortunate part about being down low like this is my indicated airspeed is higher, so I can't go as fast because it's bumpy down here. So I need to keep it in the green. This plane will easily get up to 155, or more than that down here at this altitude, but I'll be cruising well into the yellow, and it's too bumpy down here to do that. So I have to cruise at a slower speed down here as well. But that was my thought process. That's where we're at right now. We'll catch back up once we get a little closer to our final destination.
Weather for ARW is available on 81.
Alright guys, so I don't know if you can see it, but we can see that heavy precipitation out to the left there. We're also having communication issues because we're down so low, so we're having trouble hearing.
November 8th. For ARW here for the RNF.
Nope. Anyway, we're having trouble hearing Buford approach.
40 Echo Romeo.
Well, we can hear them, but they can't hear us right now. So that looks really nasty. So I'm gonna fly to the coast, fly up the coast, and if I like what I see, I'll come in from the coast and try to land Somerville. But at this point, I can see Walterboro, so that's good. At this point, it's a toss-up if we're gonna make it in or not. I'm not going to fly into an area where I can't see, obviously, so no IMC. Number one, we're not on an IFR flight plan. Number two, not about to fly into inclement weather if I can't see it. So, got really good visibility off to my right, so that's my out if I need it. I've got Buford out that way. I've got JZI directly in front of me, and they've got clear weather, no precipitation out there. So, we're just going to navigate around this precipitation out to our left. And again, if we get around that backside and we can see Somerville, we'll try to make our way in there. For the video, this looks bad. We always say that the GFC, we always say that the 750 paints doom and gloom. So it always looks way worse on here than it is in real life, and it's not as good a resolution as we get on the iPad for some reason. So right now there is no precipitation at Somerville, but that storm is moving and it's also growing. So, not going to risk it, but definitely a potential we can make it in there. So, we'll maintain VFR out to the east, or the south rather, and see what we can do. Buford arrival, Mooney 79811, how do you hear?
79811, Buford arrival, I have you loud and clear, how many?
We got you now, 79811. Alright, so I'll show you guys, I'm sure it's not showing up on this camera, so you can see here. Where all that rain's hitting the ground there, that is what we are avoiding. So that's what we have out in front of us. Got ceilings that are dropping, but again, we've got perfect VFR this way, so this is why I'm okay with taking this risk right now. I'm going to come in, we're south of this system right now, we're going to go to the coast out there, which we can see is clear. Also shows clear on here.
You can cancel IFR with me in the
And we're going to see if we can get a good visual on the airport from the other side. If not, like I said, we'll just land at another airport and wait it out. But we're up here and we got another 4 hours of fuel, so we might as well check it out. But that right there, that you can't really see the tops, but that's what we're avoiding. That's bad news for an airplane, so we're staying away from it.
Mooney 811, contact Charleston approach 120.7, good day.
120.7, Mooney 811, good day. Charleston approach, Mooney 79 or 811 2000.
November 78, course November 7, 9811, Charleston approach, Charleston, terminal 3005.
05.
Southwest 4237, turn right heading 150.
Okay, so
3405.
we're now directly south of the system. Got a real good visual on all the precipitation.
3292, checking in with our heading, 0 Tango Echo.
I can see all the way to the coast right now.
South of Charleston Airport.
And I can see these little tiny areas of precipitation. Actually, we're getting precipitation right now on the windshield, so precipitation is not a big deal, but a lot of precipitation is.
Well, hello, rain never hurt anybody.
Yeah, but a lot can kill you.
Alright, cool. We have passed the storm up. Now we're going to turn. Give ourselves a left turn here. Towards Charleston. My plan now is to fly parallel to the storm. See if I can see Somerville. And if I can see it, then I'll fly to it and land. If not, I'll probably fly to Beaufort, hang out for an hour or something like that, see if this storm can dissipate. It doesn't really seem to be moving all that fast towards Somerville, so another look here of the storm. There you go. That just wall of rain there. So we're gonna head that away. We can get around it.
Somerville Airport. Automated weather observation 205.
November 1007 Charlie, contact Beaufort approach 125112. 125.
Sky conditions clear below 12,000. Temperature 30 Celsius. Dew point 28 Celsius. Altimeter 3,004 inches of mercury.
Alright. So, good news. We are past the storm, which, wow, this is a great view of it. You can see all that rain coming down. Somerville's over there. So we've got some light precipitation here that we can pass up and come back around, but we could fly through it if we want to. And hard to show on the video, but I can see through all this. So we're going to give that a little bit wider berth, and then we're going to come in that direction to Somerville. So looking good to me. All that really nasty stuff is behind us now.
Number 811, how's it looking for you with the precip off your left?
The precip itself looks pretty nasty, but looks like we'll be able to get to Somerville. I got it in sight now, 79 or 811.
Well, Roger, you can proceed on course and radar service determined squawk 200 for Eugene approved.
Alright, on course, squawk VFR and over to CTAS, thanks, 811. Alright, so squawk VFR, he kicked me off, that's okay. Now I'm not allowed in his airspace. We are going to get some precipitation on the window here, but I got Somerville in sight. And I got that storm. Man, oh man. Get a picture of that. Whoo, doggy. That is just a straight column of precipitation. I can't even imagine the downdrafts in that thing. I mean, nobody flies with that kind of stuff. Nobody does. So, just crazy, man. Just completely isolated thunderstorm. So here's the precipitation on my window. That's no problem. Direct to Somerville, hit nav, let the airplane fly us there. Somerville traffic, Mooney 79 or 811, 5 miles to the south, inbound left downwind runway 24, full stop Somerville. Maybe this precip will clean the dead bugs off the front of my, the leading edge of my wings. Only problem is when you're going 150 mile an hour through all this, it Tends to take a little paint off every time too, so I like to avoid it if possible, but unable to do so today. Also, it takes all of the oil on the airplane, it mixes with the water, and then it leaves streaks down the airplane, so I'm gonna have to wipe this thing down now too, but what are you gonna do? Alright, gas is on the correct tank, undercarriage, mixture, prop switches, everything to go. We can start bringing the mixture in just a little bit. We'll do the rest when we get on downwind, which is gonna be here in a second.
I'd have been better off coming in from the north, but hindsight's literally 20/20, isn't it?
Alright, here we go.
Somerville traffic.
Mooney 790811, left downwind, 24, full stop, Somerville. Okay, we're on downwind. Power setting should be fine. Should get us down below a gear speed automatically, which it just did. Might even need a little more power. Bring our prop in now. Well within our gear speed, so beam the numbers, we'll bring our gear down. Alright, here's the numbers. Speed is good, gear's coming down. Down locked, pulled and indicating, power boost comes closed. Power back to 13 about. Mixture and prop are full. We'll give it nice 2 pumps here on the flaps. We'll trim the airplane to fly at 100 miles an hour. Pick a point, make sure that that's parallel, and a little bit to the right, there we go. We'll just let it descend now at 100 miles an hour. Alright, next notch of flaps, we'll make our base turn. Somerville traffic, Mooney 790811, left base 24, full stop, Somerville. Alright, at about 98 miles an hour, no turns in this airplane below 90 in the pattern. Got a little bit of a crosswind here, so we're going to keep that turn coming. We're not going to increase our bank though. We'll get our next notch of flaps in. We're below 100, we can do that. And we'll just turn it to final. Somerville traffic, Mooney 790811, final, 24, full stop, Somerville. Alright, we are a little high. That's okay. No turns left, so we can slow the airplane down. We're going to give it a bit of a slip here. Okay, gas is on the tank that I want. Undercarriage is down and indicated. Mixture and proper set. Switches are set. Belts are on. Let's land. There's 90. We can reduce the power a little bit. Give a little airspeed back here. Alright, 2-4 is confirmed. The gear is down. And the speed is good. A little bit fast, actually. About 5 mile an hour fast. Then pitch up. So we get to 80. Pitch is right there. Then we'll pitch down to maintain it. Our throttle for altitude and our pitch for speed. Alright. There's 2-4, a little bit of power here. Keep 80. But there we go. Gears down. Not my smoothest landing, but not a bad one either. Alright, flaps are up. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that. About to roll clear here, we'll call clear, and then I'm gonna get home, hang out with the family. So, another successful Angel flight. Not the best weather, but nothing we couldn't handle today. And got lucky, didn't even have to deviate and didn't have to land and wait out the weather. Also a link in my bio in Instagram. Save money on Insta360s and all kinds of cool gear. I got promo codes and everything like that you guys can use to save some cash. So let's call clear. Somerville traffic, Mooney 790811, clear, runway 24, taxi to the ramp, Somerville. So be sure to check that out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.